Hi gamers and developers, and welcome to another GDT vlog. On today's vlog we're going to talk about Scream TV Jam, and as you can see we have a big team here. Say hi!
Hello!
Hi. Also shy. So yeah, as always, this was the only team we had on this jam, and we're gonna present them all, but first the jam itself. So this is a very simple jam. I don't know if there was a theme for this jam, was it?
Yeah,
okay, can you tell us the theme? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was a Scream.
Okay, yeah, it was a Scream, the theme, and the jam lasted about 1 week. So yeah, and the game of today is called Anomaly 741. Yeah. So now for the team, do you guys want to present yourselves and your role? We can start here on the left.
Okay, so I'm Maria, and my primary role was, and my only role pretty much was to the artist. Yeah.
I'm Pedro Tavares, and I did a bit of everything, just helping out with what was needed, and also the sound design and voice acting.
I'm João Santos, and I was a programmer in this team.
I am Eduardo Fonseca and I was also a programmer in the jam.
I'm Timmy and I was part of the 3D artist thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't have to present anyone because the team is all here, and before you ask why, it's because they asked. Yeah, they were really excited to present this vlog, so and this jam, and I agree with them because their game is fabulous and it's awesome and I love it, and you're gonna love it too if you go play it. So I'm gonna ask you questions about the game, but please don't spoil the game itself because I want the people back at home to play it. So yeah, can one of you can decide between each other, who will present what the game is about?
So I'll take charge. And so when we saw the theme that was the screen, we immediately started thinking about analog horror because many of us are great fans of it. We've followed it and we've consumed many media that use analog horror. So we immediately started leaning towards the analog. We thought about television, maybe a computer, and there were many ideas thrown around about cassettes, VHS, and all kinds of, well, 70s, 80s technology, until we decided to land on a computer, an old computer that you would find in the garbage as context, and there would be something a bit weird about it that you would gradually find out and discover, becoming more and more unsettling.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know if this is a spoiler because it's essentially the main part of the game, but I really need to know because I think this idea is ingenious. Who came up, or how did you came up with the idea of the ads, the advertisements? I'm not going to say anything more, but why advertisements?
Yeah, it was a bit of a collective thought process. We were trying to come up with how we would start the game, and that led to us thinking about maybe having, instead of having like a typical login, like a menu where you like play options and game, you know, like you could have something different. And we thought about maybe having like a reCAPTCHA, and then that evolved into having ads in the game, and then just like a mix of ideas, and they were there.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I think this idea is ingenious because the vibe is just right. It looks so good and it feels so good, the game. I feel like I'm old enough to actually have had a computer that had those types of advertisements like you're the winner and stuff like that. So it's really nostalgic and it's really cool to actually see that in the game because I don't know if there are a lot of games that do that. So yeah, you guys, that was very creative. So yeah, now we actually gonna play the game. If you can start the game, yeah. And of course, as always, we'll still talk about it. If you want to check it out, go check it out on their itch.io. As always, I'll leave it on the description of the game. So yeah. Yeah, so the game comes with virus, of course.
It's part of the experience.
It's part of the experience, yeah.
Yeah, we're already playing when you download the game.
So yeah, so this game was horror based, of course. So can you guys tell me where did you pick up these horror elements for the game, of course?
I think maybe it was a bit of what Peter said. We went to the analog horror and we were thinking about trying our best to not be your normal type of horror game where you just have jump scares. We wanted the horror to be really subtle, which is very hard. And I think what tied all of this together was the sound design. Also the art, but I think the sound is very important for this type of games.
And I agree totally, mainly in horror games. And like you said, the art it's all right. So I think you did a very good job with that. So yeah, now that we're playing the game, you can see what I was talking about, the advertisements. So how did you actually come up with the solution for this game? You might notice what Tim is doing, but I don't know if you'll figure out the answer. I hope not, so you can play the game for yourself. But how did you come up with this idea?
I think it was what Pedro said in the beginning. It was a clump of ideas, and we wanted to implement a lot of stuff we know from the games we love and we've experienced. The ad blocker was probably a must.
Yeah.
And those types of ads, because it's always present in old computers and people seem to used to struggle with it. But then we tried to incorporate something that's deeper into the game, like Ekman tests and more of like psychological horror that's went throughout the game.
Okay, and I love it. I must ask this question. Did you guys get scared by the game while you were playing it? I must know.
Yeah, especially if you... I'm not gonna give it spoilers, but there's a part where you can spam it. And I didn't finish developing that part. It was João with a bit of all-nighters and this part. Yeah. If you spam it, you get scared if you aren't sure what's gonna happen next.
Okay, I didn't know about that, so that's actually a new thing for me, because if you... Probably this vlog will come out after the Queer Vampire Jam, but if you've seen that vlog, you heard me talking about how we all played that game and we loved it. This was the other game that we played after that one, and we were so invested in it. We had one of us like playing, I think none of you were in the call, which is very funny, because we were so confused what we had to do, and we started mixing the horror elements of the game, and every bug that you have in the game, we thought it was on purpose. We thought like, they are joking with us, this is horrible. One of us, so the guy that was playing the game actually closed the game. Yeah, so the game closed, and we thought he was so scared that he closed the game on purpose. So this is like a great experience. So I'm not gonna spoil more to you. I think you have multiple endings also, right? Kind of.
Sure.
Yeah, kind of.
Damn.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So you can play it by yourselves. I'm gonna ask you the last questions because I don't want to spoil more of the game for the people back at home, which is a great experience. But what about the jam itself? What did you guys think about the jam?
I think it went pretty well. Like, as a team, I think we worked quite well. It was extremely chill to communicate with everyone. I think everyone was quite sure of their roles as well. We didn't interfere, even artists with artists. And we were all kind of in the same page with the analog horror prompt, so it worked quite well. And in terms of the actual organization of the game, I don't think that was a problem. Like, there was one singular comment that kept triggering us, and we're going to mention it forever.
I must know what it is.
Yeah, it's like there was someone that submitted an entry to, and they were like scavenging for likes, so they were commenting on everyone's entries, saying like, "Oh, I liked yours, so please like mine."
Yeah,
and they ranked better than us.
Yeah.
Not an okay moment.
Yeah, that's typically one thing that happens in these ranked jams, because you get more notoriety of your game if you actually go play other teams' games. And yeah, so that's not the jam itself, that's more of the
Yeah,
competition and
Yeah.
yeah. But my last question is, would you recommend this jam to other people? You can all answer.
I would say so.
Yeah, I think it was fun to do. And the only thing I didn't like it was screen. The theme screen was a bit fake for me, but because it's called Screen Jam and Screen
Yeah.
TV, and then Screen. So we thought it was very related to a television,
Yeah.
like the screen of a television.
Mhm. Okay, so yeah, you heard it. I also agree, I didn't participate on this jam, but I would recommend it because it sounds awesome. I think you also had a very good experience because you worked well as a team, and we reinforced that that advice that having a good team and having good communication is very essential. To have fun and to do a good game like this one. And yeah, so that's essentially it. So thank you guys for coming, and as always, thank you for watching. Go watch our other videos, go watch our other vlogs, they're all very cool. Go follow us on our social media, like, subscribe, all that stuff, and we'll see you next time. Keep jamming. Bye!